Hey guys, OGalbina here, bringing you guys another Sword and Shield Wi-Fi battle. Today we're going to be going up against my good buddy Liv. Definitely go check her out in the description below. She makes great content. We've played a million times at this point, so I'm sure you've heard the spiel if you're here, if you've been here before. But if you're new here, definitely go check her out. And if you're new here as well, and you haven't dropped a sub here to this channel, please consider doing so. It's really easy, it's completely free, and you know, you can always change your mind later, but I think you'll enjoy what you see here. At least definitely watch this battle and make the decision then. We're pushing towards 400 subs by the end of the year. I'd really appreciate your support in hitting that goal. But yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. We'll kind of go over the team as we get there and stuff like that, and get through. It's just gonna be terrain stuff like some subcoil, Zygarde, you know, defensive Zapdos, Specs Keld, Tar, which is really good here. Life Orb Bulu, which is also really good here. Are we defog Zapdos? That's not a question. I need to check that. We are defog Zapdos, which is incredibly clutch versus that, what do you call it? That Shuckle. So that's going to be really important. I think what I want to do, if I'm Taunt Heatran, I don't even think I want to, I'm not even gonna, what do you call it, play around the Shuckle. It's most likely Mental Herb, so there's no reason for me to taunt it. I think I'll probably just Magma Storm it and go from there. So good luck and fun to Live. Hopefully this is a good one. Before we jump into, let me know what you want to see me use in the comments below in future battles and stuff like that. I'm completely open to using anything and everything, you know, provided it, you know, meets the tier requirements. I'm not going to pull up to an OU game against a buddy and pull up with a Zacian or like a Calyrex Shadow Rider, but we do have some Uber battles, so I guess I could always do Ubers too. So yeah, just let me know what you guys want to see. Sanji is going to lead, and that is a shiny Galarian Zapdos. That is so cool. I really like how they made them the what do you call it, like the counterparts. I think that's super dope. Regardless, we have a phenomenal check to this and our defensive Zapdos, and that's what we're going to go into. And we'll go from there. I am you, but stronger. I think it's really cool that they gave these things to shinies of their Cantonian counterparts, but we're actually shiny Zapdos as well, so it's going to look a little bit off. But close combat's going to pop. That is probably banded. If I had to, you know, assume, maybe we'll get the static. That would be phenomenal. Static? Oh, no, we're not. Okay, that's fine. Regardless, I think what I want to do is throw off a Heat Wave. It covers the landers pivoting in, and there really isn't great switch-ins otherwise. I don't think you give me this Pokemon. It does really well versus me, and we'll be able to chip down our opponent's team regardless, as out comes the Shuckle, which is definitely interesting. You get a bird? No, that's okay. Now, part of me really wants to roost on this thing getting up, whatever hazard it may be. Whatever hazard it may be, I'm going to roost right here. It also covers them for going for like some crazy final gambit off rip. I'm pretty sure this is a Pokemon team. So Encore's going to pop. That's fine. I would rather be healthy. And now what do we want to go into to really take advantage of this thing? What's my opponent's Specs Keldeo switch in? It is literally the X button. So I'm going to go into Keldeo. And I think I'm just going to click Specs Scald. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to click Specs Scald. I don't think there's a switch into that at all on my opponent's team, actually. So I think that'll be great. Sticky Web's going to pop. That's fine. We can get rid of those later. No problem, actually. So I'm not super worried about that at this point in the game. As part of me just, yeah, I really just want to go for a Scald. I don't think that there's really another switch in, and I don't really want to risk a miss at this point either. They could be fearing Subcall Mind as well. Subcall Mind would do them dirty right now. So I'm just going to click this. Yeah, so Scald's going to pop. Is this thing going to stay in? Is it going to just die? It does. So Kelder's going to pick up the first kill. If we can't get rid of those webs, they will be gone. Just in general, they will be gone. So that's obviously great for us. And yeah, we'll go from there. It should be a good time. And yeah, we'll see. Primal Zard. So, out comes a shiny Regieleki. This is actually a really simple shiny, but it's really cool. I like it a lot, actually. I have an incredibly free Tapu Bulu. This thing doesn't get any coverage to hit my Bulu. like at all. So that's what we're gonna go into. There's no reason for me to take a Dragon Energy, take a Draco Meteor, and then I think what I'll do is I'll make an aggressive double into my Zapdos, because I think their only switch in is their Zapdos, and they could make that double right here. I have like the best defogger versus this team too, to be completely honest. Like I have the best possible defogger for this team. Is a Dragon Energy is probably gonna pop here. Draco Meteor. Okay. Then I think, what do I double here? I really want to double. I want to double Zapdos, but I'm in such a bad spot if they don't make that play. Stone Edge is almost unguardable for my opponent. Like, there's no reason for them to stay in. But what am I going to take that risk for? Yeah, I really wanted to double Zapdos. They're going to go hard Genesect. So actually, not too big of a deal that I didn't do that. So let's check this thing's download boost. Is going to be a special attack raise. They're just going to pop. This is going to do a lot. We are Life Orb. Oh, good lord. Yeah, that was a crit. Holy shit. That did so much damage. So that's actually awesome. That's big damage for Bulu right there. Regardless, I think that was probably a 2-hit KO. But it's going to make it more difficult for our opponent to deal with this Pokemon. That's for sure. Now, I do want to run a calc on the side while animations pop and stuff like that. Let's go to Zapdos. We're a very defensive Zapdos. To a... what do you call it? A, Technoblast. Oh, it's a Technoblast water set. It doesn't tell you on the Wi-Fi. That's so cool. Oh, that's so bad. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. We are fine. Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit of leftish back. Oh man, that's so cool. It's cool to see that pop. It honestly is. Now, what do I do about this though? I think I just have to sack, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna sack. They could make the aggressive play, expecting me to double out. Yeah, they're just gonna Thunderbolt. There's no reason not to. We're gonna drop. Oh my gosh, we lived. Please hit the Magma Storm. Heatran does not want to go down. Heatran refuses to die. Whew, baby. That is phenomenal. That is amazing. Okay, awesome. So, that's great, actually. That's, like, legitimately amazing. And, yeah, from here, we're gonna just stay in. Let me see Zapdos, Galar. I want to see how much close combat is supposed to be doing to me. Is it going to be this Landorus? Oh, this is shiny Landorus. It's interesting. Pretty ugly shiny. I won't lie to you, Liv. Won't lie to you. I'm just going to Magma Storm. I'm not going to let this thing set up in my face. There's no reason for me to. So yeah, Earth Power is going to pop. That's fine. Down goes Heatran. Now, what is my check to a Landorus Eye? Defensively, I do not have one. I'm at full with Zapdos, but if I take chip on my Zapdos, I lose to the Galar Zapdos in the back. So I think I'm going to go AV T-Tar. We are Assault Vested Tyranitar. So we're going to be able to do a lot. To whatever wants to come in. And no rocks being up is very clutch as well, I have to say. Like, incredibly clutch. Now, Ice Punch, very obvious. Ice Punch is very obvious. But there's no switching. So I just click it regardless. Yeah, there's literally no switching. So I say, why not? So yeah, Earth Power is going to pop. We are Assault Vested. We will chew this. Good lord, T-Tar is a bulky ass bee. Look at him. We're going to just Ice Punch this thing. It should drop. Down it goes. Let's go AV T-Tar. So that's sick. That's actually amazing for us in this particular instance. I'm assuming Pheromosa is going to come out. Either that or the Zapdos. Zapdos gives me better positioning in all honesty, because I can just throw off a discharge. The 80 Sanji. Okay. That's going to be Pheromosa. So that's probably her best play, in my opinion. What's left? Drago and stuff. I think I'm just gonna Ice Punch. It'll knock this thing out if it like goes for Quiver Dance or something. Well, it won't knock it out, but it'll do a lot. Close Combat's gonna pop. That's so helpful. Now let's see. Pheromosa. Beast Boost in. Speed. Okay. Close Combat. To a Keldeo. That is Life Orb. So this thing should literally never knock us out. Which makes me want to go hard Keldeo and just Scald. I don't think there's really another play that I need to make. So our speed's going to fall. That's completely fine. Because all I do is just Scald, and there really isn't a good pivot to this thing. It's literally only the Regidrago, and that thing takes a lot still. So yeah, Close Combat's going to pop. That's whatever. There's no crit. It does not crit, and this thing's going to drop. Out can come the Regidrago. That's honestly fine with me. Or out can come the Galarian Zapdos. Also fine with me. And our Zygarde also looks pretty well in the endgame too. Like, Zygarde's not in the worst position ever. So we should be in a pretty good spot to win this endgame. As long as I'm not just completely blanking on something, as long as we pretty much just attack what's in front of us, we should be in a good position. Regardless, Keldeo is going to stay and is going to click Scald here. I have no reason to make any other play ever. Out comes Sanji. This is going to be the Zapdos. That's completely fine. Because all that does is I click a Scald. They're obviously going to knock me out here. I'm not Scarf Keld, so I won't outspeed a Banded Zapdos. I think it might be Banded Zapdos. Let's see. Zapdos. Defensive to a Zapdos Galar. 252. Close Combat. +1. Yeah, that's most definitely banded. Like, most definitely banded. Which means we literally just go, Zapdos. And, Discharge. Discharge super free. It chips down the Regidrago. This is super nice as well. Yeah, Discharge is our best play. Heat Wave doesn't cover anything. We don't need a defog. So, this thing should be specs. Based on team comp and what I believe the team just is. Can I get the pair? No. And I don't need to make any crazy play. Because I literally just pivot Bulu. I mean, does this thing get anything to hit Bulu? Not really. Zapdos come back. So we're gonna switch. Press a Surge. Are they gonna make the double? Ancient Power. Okay, this should bounce, right? Okay, I'm gonna pivot into Zygarde. I don't think I have a reason not to. I might as well keep this thing healthy. And Zygarde doesn't do much other than pivot into this thing. On this locked Ancient Power. It's so sad that this thing's coverage is Ancient Power too. So they're gonna stay in. I'm gonna go Zygarde because I just get a free arrows. like a ridiculously free arrows. And we'll be able to go from there. Honestly, we can sub too. I feel like sub might be the play. The boost? No. I can sub and then just glare too. Or I could just glare now. I'm gonna sub first, in case they try and give this to me. I don't think they can. But we're gonna go into sub Zygarde. And we're gonna do sub Zygarde things. I could have just done off of free arrows too, now that I think about it, but like... Well, this thing's U-turn break my sub. If I'm bulky as Zygarde. 2-8 Zygarde. U-turn does, but that's not even bulky. What if I'm like, I don't know, max HP or something? To roll too. So like, I'm just gonna glare. Should be fine. Yeah, it's just a brave bird. It's fine. That's gonna be a little bit of recoil. Maybe I should have just arrows, but it's whatever. At this point, I just stay in, and I arrows now, and I should be fine to just 2-hit KO this thing. Regidrago can never lock into a move to beat me as well, so I'm just gonna arrows. So Brave Bird's gonna pop, and honestly, after recoil, we may be able to take this thing out. Good lord, that did that was a crit. I was like, holy shit, that did so much. I'm just gonna arrows right here though. It's not gonna be enough to take it out, which is honestly fine. And a bunch of animations are gonna pop because we got lefties and terrain and all that good stuff. Guys are gonna disappear. Whichever. We're in 1,000 arrows. Again, I mean, if it gets paired, it gets paired. Regardless, they have to lock into the right move, I think. So they're gonna just withdraw. I'm just gonna arrows again. You know, this thing has to lock the right move versus me, which I don't think it can at this point in the game. So it can throw off whatever it wanted. I almost subbed there. Would have been a good play. But I figured they want to keep it. Dragon Pulse. It's fine. So nice and neutral move to hit the Zygarde. So what I'm going to do is just click Horn Leech. It should completely knock out the other thing. The, what do you call it? The guy. Hold on. Bulu, if I'm like Life Orb, Horn Leech. I'm literally just going to Horn Leech here. They're locked in. I get a lot of health back, and I slowly get out of range of the Regieleki. So Bulu's gonna be able to get back a little bit of health. No, not Regieleki. Oh my gosh, I got the wrong one. Drago. We're gonna get a little bit of health back. Wow, we get a bunch back too because this thing's HP stat is so massive. I think I'm just gonna Horn Leech because depending on the bulk, close combat could be a roll. And I don't think this thing ever really knocks me out, so I'm just gonna click Horn Leech. I think that's completely fair at this point. We should be able to lock this one out, though. Yeah, I don't even think this thing has enough ancient powers to beat me. Boy, that did a lot. So we're gonna Horn Leech. Yeah, so that's just a clean 2-hit KO. And we get a ridiculous amount back because this thing's massive HP stat. So this was our safest endgame for sure, in case like a crit ancient power or an ancient power boost popped off against our Zapdos. I don't think a crit ancient power will kill our Bulu from here. And we can just Horn Leech one more time and hopefully take home this game versus Liv. So a really cool team. I actually really like this team a lot, and I was glad to see it do work. It doesn't have any crazy gimmicks. It doesn't have any cool new mons, really. It has a couple cool returners, but nothing too crazy. And we're able to take home this nice dub against Liv. GG's to her. Definitely go check out in the description below. You can see she obviously has some cool stuff. Really fun team. It's cool to see like shiny Galarian Zapdos pop off and stuff like that. So that's really awesome. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to drop a like. If you're new here, be sure to drop a sub. Like I said, it's really easy. It's completely free, and it helps me push towards my goals. Let me know what you want me to see me doing next in the comments below, whether that be a mon you want me to use for Wi-Fi battle, a specific video topic, anything like that. I'm completely open. Whatever you guys want from me, I will try to make happen. But yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Later.